Hi guys, welcome to Strauss Gaming. I'm Luke, and this is part 2 of my Football Manager 2018 experiment. What if Mahrez moved to Man City for £90 million that Leicester City wanted for him? The last video out, we saw obviously the transfer go ahead. We saw Leicester not really do a lot really by the end of the season. They didn't really spend the money. Mahrez looked like he proper struggled to get into the Leicester City team. Not Leicester City, Man City team. So I am interested to see. I've gone to 2021 now. I think that is 3 years into the future. Mahrez should be 30 now. So he should be in his prime. He should be doing well. Hopefully bagging in a load of goals for Man City, but we'll see. So first things first, I'm going to go have a quick look. If it lets me click, let's click on it. Man, oh my God, sorry. I'm trying to do this on a bed and it's just impossible. Man City, there we go. First thing I've seen, Man City first in the Premier League right now. Is that all because of Mahrez? So, Man City, when was it? So it's been 3 years. So they finished, they had a third place finish, fourth, and now third, and then they've won the Premier League. But the important thing is to have a quick look at the players, the squad, and see if Mahrez is still here at the club. They have got a good side. Alexis Sanchez is there. Right. So the first thing I'm seeing is that they do not have Mahrez, but they have Ben Chilwell, though. When did he move there? Sorry, now I'm getting a bit sidetracked and it won't let me. I'll just have a quick look. Ben Chilwell has moved for 30 million this season. He's only played 4 games for Man City. That's interesting to see. So, yeah, it looks like Mahrez is not there unless he's in the under-23 side, is it? No, he's not there. And I'm just... That's not good. So let's have a look, see where he is. M-A-H. Oh. Mahrez is there. Oh, right, okay. It looks like Mahrez has moved to Everton. Valued at £22 million. He's 30 years of age. That's interesting. So if we have a quick look at the history. Okay, so it was this season he moved to Everton for £11 million after they bought him for £90 million, and he played the whole of 15 games and got 1 goal in them 15 games. That's a bit poor on Man City, I think. And he had a whole season where he just didn't even play a game. So he moved to Everton. He's played 28 games, scored 4 goals, got 3 assists, 1 player of the match. His average rating is 7.22. So he looks like he's back on form a little bit for Man City, which is good. Where did Everton, where did they finish in the league? So if we click on Everton, so they finished 10th. So if he stayed around just a little bit longer, he would have got another Premier League medal under his belt, but instead he finished 10th. And another noticeable thing, I can see there's no Leicester City in the Premier League, which is really disappointing. So we'll just have a quick look at Mahrez first before we go into any other goals. So he's still looking decent stats wise. Obviously I can't see him all because I'm not a manager or anything like that. I don't know if I click can I edit? Oh no, I think has the in-game editor been turned off? Probably, yeah, I turned it off for my other saves. Right, so he's there. So again, we'll have a look. 28 games, 4 assists. We've seen that. So history, milestones. What has he done since? So at Leicester, we all know what he did. He moved. Man City bought him for £90 million. Became Leicester's biggest ever sale. As a Manchester City player, he broke Manchester City, the English record, all that sort of stuff. He got a FA Cup. Well, he won the FA Cup and won the Community Shield, and then 2 years on, Everton bought him for £11 million, which is a bit strange. Obviously, they only played him in the FA Cup, they must have done. That's why he's got the medal. And then for Everton, what's he done? Right, he's been named English player. He's in the team of the week twice. So overall, not really done a lot. It's really disappointing. I thought Mahrez was going to go on to do really good things. Look at his landmarks. Look what he's done in his whole career. And he's just wasted away. So this proves that Mahrez should stay at Leicester City no matter what, really. He should just go on Football Manager and see what happens. So he's only done in his career, won the Premier League once, won obviously the Sky Bet Championship, the FA Cup and a Community Shield. That's all he's really done, which is just a bit, I don't know, it's very, really disappointing to see. I generally thought that he was going to come on to greater things, really. So if we have a quick look at what Man City did. Right, we're on Man City now, aren't we? Overviews. Let's have a look at the transfers then. So transfer history. So you'd think they wouldn't have any money, would you? So if we go back to the start of the season, not the start of that season. Start of this season. This is where they bought in Mahrez. So the £90 million transfer, they only made 3 signings, and I've just realised, obviously, you're not going to be able to see the total value they've spent, but it's 120 million they spent in the first season. Obviously, most of it's on Marhrez, so they'll had no money left. They didn't sell any players. A lot of players just went out on loan. The following season, they sold £28 million worth of players, and they bought in £75 million worth of players, which is just ridiculous. One thing I didn't do, and I've just realised, I didn't do the update because Alexis Sanchez moved from Arsenal. So obviously I've not downloaded the latest squads. That's weird. I would have thought it would have done that already. Anyway, I need to look into that. So this database is obviously based on after the transfer window happened. I think I did that anyway. Thinking of it, I did start this a few weeks back, so that's probably why. Anyway, so they've bought in Alexis Sanchez on a free. What a bargain. If we have a look, yeah. They bought him on a free. Good bit of work from Man City there. Go back. Who else have they bought in? Anyone else decent? They spent the money on Kenny T, even whatever his name is. They spent 36 million on him. Right, next season on, they spent 252 million in the season 2019 to 2020 season. That's ridiculous. Obviously, that's where the money went. 160 million quid on this guy. How's he done for them? Really good. So, yeah, bloody hell. Right, so the money... it's strange because I would have thought they would have struggled with the money. And the following season after that, they spent 104 million. And that's where we are now. So the fact that they've spent in the last 4 seasons up close to 100, 300... They've spent £500 million on players, which is ridiculous, in 5 seasons. I just can't believe they've spent that much money. It's crazy, really, how football's changing, isn't it, with time. So that's that, and the fact that they bought Ben Chilwell as well. How is he doing then? So I'm just clicking on Leicester now before we're having a look. So Leicester, obviously that's the win. That's the following season. So they finished 16th. They've had an 8th finish. Then they've got relegated. And then by the looks of it, they finished 2nd in the Championship. Let's have a quick look. Stages. Don't want to go final. I want to go table. League table. So they didn't win the league because Brighton got 100 points and had probably the best season they've ever had. So Leicester finished second with 93 points, which is obviously above everyone else. So they did all right eventually. Looking at QPR and Brentford are in the playoffs there. So interesting. At least Leicester have got themselves back up into the Premier League. So we have a quick look to see how they've spent. They're still classed as rich. I've just seen, obviously, Wilfred Ndidi's still there. Wes Morgan's still the vice-captain. Kasper Schmeichel's now taken over the captaincy role. So if we have a look at the transfers and transfer history, we go back to the first season. £104 million they got in for the first season. Obviously, most of it was just due to Mahrez going out for 90 million, and the rest of it they sold Andy King, Ben Ayoum. That's about it really. And then they spent £41 million on a couple of players. A Wolves wing. I think we've gone through these anyway, so we've seen that. So the next season, the following season, they sold another £16 million worth of players. Okazaki went out. Who else went out for them? Just a few of the bit part players. Mendy's gone out. Musa went. Marty went. So yeah, a couple of the Ijora finally went. And then they bought in £58 million worth of players. So they signed Dragovic, who was on loan, I think, at the beginning of the season. Chris Smalling, I've seen they've bought him for £3.7 million. That's not a bad signing. See, because I am terrible at pronouncing names, I'm just going to say this guy. You can have a look. It's on the screen. They bought him in, and it looks like he was the replacement for Mahrez, really. And I think he's at Swansea now. He is. So he had one season at Leicester, didn't do that well, didn't play, and then they sold him to Villarreal for... what a bad signing that was for Leicester City then. £10 million on an absolute flop. Who's this guy that bought him from Sporting Lisbon? And again, he's still at Leicester actually, and he looks more like the replacement they've had for Mahrez. And he played 45 appearances last season, 7 goals, 12 assists. Not a bad player really. Jack Wilshere on a free. And if anyone's been watching my Leicester City save, he is my captain at the minute. Obviously, looks like he's at West Ham now, so that's interesting. He moved there for 20-odd million. So, yeah, so that's a good signing for them. I can't believe they've been relegated. So, the relegation season, obviously, this next one, and that's probably why something's gone on, because they bought £10 million worth of players, sold £5 million. They didn't really bring anyone in. They bought in a right-back who's now at Wolves. Again, Leicester sold him. So, no, I've gone too far back. Way too far back now. Yeah. So if we have a quick look then. So this is the season in the Championship. So in the Championship, when they got relegated, they sold another £167 million worth of players. So it looks like, obviously, they got relegated, so they're going to have to sell. Have pretty much a fire sale by the looks of it. So they sold Wilshere for £21 million, Demarai Gray for £23 million, Silva was still there, £32 million, Jamie Vardy went to Bournemouth for £7 million, Chilwell obviously went to Man City. So they sold off a lot of the good players, but then again, Vardy's obviously still getting on. What, age 34? Did he do well at Bournemouth? 7 goals. He's still doing well. And then they brought in just short of £60 million worth of players. Reece Oxford from West Ham. I've just seen that's a pretty decent signing on. Anyone else here that's... Not really. People probably know half these players better than me. But yeah, so it's surprising to me that Leicester got relegated after getting all that money. But obviously, they bounced back up and it's done well. But the disappointment thing is with Mahrez, really. Not performing at all for Man City, and Man City probably not really giving him a chance, which I just don't get it. I just don't understand why they didn't play him, because he is good enough. Strange. Really is strange. So, I think what I'm going to do, it's going to take a while to do, but I'm going to sim it for another 3 years just to see what happens to Mahrez when he's in his prime. Obviously, he's had a good season in the Premier League for Everton now. I know he's only finished 10th, but has he got another move in his system, or is he gonna get himself? Is he just gonna retire and just stop playing after he's had a very poor time of it over the past 4 years? We don't know. So, thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you in a minute. Right, guys, we're back. We're 3 years into the future now. I think that's what I said anyway. I haven't looked to see what's gone on with Mahrez, so let's just get straight into it and have a quick look to see where he is, see if he's still at Everton. Everton under 23 squad. He's definitely improved his career, hasn't he? He's 33, worth 325k. His stats are still looking kind of decent. He's on 105k a week still, so Everton are obviously going to want to get rid of him. So let's just have a quick look at his history then. What has he been getting up to? So, last time we looked out, I just finished the season with Everton. Had a decent season, to be honest with you. 28 games, 4 goals, 7.22 rating. Then he had another season, 29 games this time, only 1 goal, 10 assists, plenty of assists. Had, again, a decent average rating. Then he's moved to Young Ajax. Who are they? Oh yeah, just Ajax, isn't it? In the Jupiter League. God, I'm being an idiot. Anyway, so he did alright for them. No, he didn't at all. What's gone on there? Was it a loan? Or did he just go there? Or was it... Okay, so he moved to Ajax. So I'm guessing that's their second team, is it? Must be. So he moved to Ajax and played 5 games. Now he's back at Everton again. So has he had an injury? So what season are we in? So 2024. Bruce Soldier. So it's not a soldier, it's a shoulder. Bloody idiot, Luke. Can't speak sometimes, I can't. So he's had a bruised shoulder, flu, pulled groin. Injury-wise, he's done alright. So he just hasn't played games. So throughout the whole of his career... Oh, I didn't want to do that, did I? Let's go forward. So out of the whole of his career, that move to Manchester City has absolutely ruined him. It really, really has. He's not played nowhere near enough games as he did at Leicester City. And I'm quite disappointed, really. I thought he would have gone on, do well at Man City, or even move on from that to go to an Everton and actually do well. Yes, he had 2 semi-decent seasons, but Everton didn't really do anything. Let's have a look to see. I don't want under 18, under 23s. Let's have a look at the squad and see how they finished this season then. So Everton finished 7th with Mahrez not playing. Man City is up there in kind of where the second place, 87 points, and nice to see Leicester back in their 11th place. So if we have a quick look, let's see 1, 2. There we go. So Everton again 10th place. That was where we left it when Leicester were relegated. We saw that season. So the following season, we have obviously Leicester with that money they got. They finished 14th. Everton 10th. Man City champions again. Is it 2 seasons in a row? So poor Mahrez left. He could have sat down on the bench probably for them and got a couple of medals. And 3 years in a row, Man City have won the league. Everton dropped down to 10th. And then obviously this season, again, Man City just finishing 2nd. Everton in 7th. So all in all, I feel like not the experiment has failed, but I just feel Mahrez has been an absolute letdown. Really has. I really didn't expect that to happen, but me playing him in my Leicester save just isn't. It just hasn't been that great anyway for us. He's had 58 national caps, and yeah. So all in all, I just think a bit of a poor season, really. Well, poor few years for it. So. Not what I expected at all with this experiment. I would move on until he retires, but I'm guessing that's very soon. I feel like he's not going to carry on playing anyway. Obviously, Everton aren't going to want him in the team anymore, whether he lets him go. I can't see anyone wanting to have him 33, not really playing much football. But we'll have a quick nosy, actually, at just seeing if Leicester splashed any more cash. Because why not? It's gone from being a Mahrez experiment to see how Leicester are doing. We've got another manager, Di Maria. It's not Di Maria, is it? Di Matteo, even. Can't speak today. Can't read today. Doing my head in. Nice to see Iniacho still there as captain. The finances are secure now, not rich. So have a quick look at the transfer history. How much did they spend this season? They spent £65 million this season. £91 million of players sold. Indeed, he's finally gone. Went to Arsenal. If we go back, let's have a quick look back. See what they've done. 63 million when the second season back into the Premier League. Only sold £9 million worth of players. 77 million when they got back into the Premier League. And I've just seen they signed Chris Wood. Is this the? It is. They re-signed Chris Wood from Burnley for £29 million. What the hell? He wasn't even doing that great for Burnley. That's interesting to see. So, Leicester bought him for 2 seasons. He did nothing for them. So, they sold him for 800k. What an absolute... No wonder they've got no bloody money this season. Who else? If there's any other players that we know? No, but that's Jack Grealish from Huddersfield. As if they spent £30 million on Chris Wood. That's just ridiculous. Didn't even think about... Yeah, speechless is the word. So that's that, guys, to be honest with you. I'm going to kind of leave this experiment alone now and just do a quick 2-parter, really. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you want me to do any other what-ifs. I'm going to have a quick think to see what I'm going to do next. I'm going to try and put them in like a weekend slot and just do short episodes, 10 minutes, 8 minutes long, and just seeing kind of what goes on. See what other things I can do. Maybe move a few other players around. Maybe even do a quick Wonder Kid one as well. I don't know, but I'll have a look anyway. I'll have a think and see what we can do. So if you've liked this, guys, please leave a like. If you've got any suggestions, anything you kind of want me to do, or think I can improve in any way, just leave a comment. Let me know. I'm all about improving. So anyway, guys, thanks, and I'll catch you in the next episode. See you in a bit. Bye.